Hello, all you beautiful people. How you doing here today? This is Susanna with the Enchanted Artistry Studio, and welcome back to my channel. Or if you're new here, welcome. Hi. So today we have something a little different. I might be giving it away a little bit. Let's see if I can. Ah, crap! I forgot to switch it. Hold on. Okay, had to turn it around so you could see properly. So I have a swatch sheet here, and you'll probably know by the title, but I bought some new alcohol ink markers off the TikTok shop. So this is a 168 piece. I didn't know if there was going to be a swatch sheet. It looks like there is, but it's all like it's real glossy. So I don't know how well it's going to color on these. So this I just printed off with my regular printer paper. I'm also going to do another video later this week talking about what kind of paper is best to do something like alcohol ink markers on, but that's for a different video coming up. So this one, like I said, I bought it off the TikTok shop. It's from the shop called Marker Go. They are sold out of the 168 piece right now, but it's $21.99. I think I paid like $19.99. It was on sale a little bit. I had, yeah, probably I didn't spend 50 bucks, so I don't know, but it was about 20 bucks. So very cheap set of markers compared to my Ohuhus that I usually use. And as you can see in here, let's see, I don't know what happened. It's supposed to have the grid thing at the bottom, but I do not see it. Yeah, there's no, in the listing, it shows that it has the grid set at the bottom, obviously, because they're all nice and neat in the picture, like so. They're not like that. They're definitely not like that. But we have 168 pieces, so I think what we're going to do, they're also not organized at all, which is so sad. I hate it, but the marker companies have it so organized in the pictures, and then they don't send them to us that way. So I had to do that with my Ohuhu markers too, the alcohol ink. I have the, what is it, the 320 set, and I've had that one for years, so it wasn't even this thing. I've just had them for a long time because I like coloring. So my husband, I can't talk today. My husband bought me the whole set. So what I figured I was going to do, we're going to swatch these markers. Now, this isn't the greatest thing to watch always. So what I'm going to do, because I'm also going to try to pick these out. I don't know if I'm going to pick them out by, see, they have numbers on them. I don't know if I'm going to do them by color or, I'm very disappointed the fact that it doesn't have the stuff in the bottom. Yeah, see, the markers keep falling all over. Because I was actually really looking forward to that because then they would stay in place. At least with my Ohuhu markers, it has, you know, little sections, so it kind of keeps them in place. This is just one hot mess, so I don't know what I'm going to do. Eventually, I do want to get like the marker holders and put the markers in to sit on my desk. I don't know. I don't know what I'm saying because at this point, I don't even know if I'm going to like these. So I'm probably going to do a sped up version of me organizing these and then swatching them because like there's number 3. I don't know if they go in a perfect order. I do know they have some like, you know, we have WG3, which is a warm gray 3 is what it stands for. And then a cool gray 6. So I don't know, but I'm going to speed it up from here. Again, these are cheap compared to Ohuhus, so very, very budget friendly. So I wanted to see how they not only compare to Ohuhus, because I don't think that's always fair. You know, these are 20 bucks. Those are quite a bit more expensive. Those are, I don't even remember. It's been so long since I bought them, but they're quite expensive, and I think they've gone up in price since I got mine. So it's not really a fair comparison. So I think what we're going to compare is how well they do. So on another video for this week, I'm going to color one of these pages from MrsButterD's. And I forgot I should probably put something over here because people like to steal stuff. I know it's horrible, but people do it and it's really bad. So, which one would you like to see? I will wait for answers before I make the video for this week. But This is two of MrsButterD's. I love her artwork. I have a whole bunch of her digital coloring books. Plus, I joined her Patreon, so I figured we would do one of these. I picked both of these because they're both gaming stuff, and you know, just speaks to my heart because I'm a gamer too. So, and excuse me. Cool thing is, you know, I have a Switch, but I also have that exact light that my hubby got me couple Christmases ago. It's a light, like it's super, super cute. I'll have to show you guys sometime, but I have that one that sits on my desk. I have it packed away in the Christmas stuff right now because it has like Christmas antlers and stuff, but I have that exact light, so that's super cute. And of course I have a Switch. So I thought that was cute. That kind of looks like my headphones. And then of course this is cute. I've been thinking about getting something for my headphones, kind of like that, but of course it's gamer stuff. It's got our Pikachu, it's got my friend Totoro, my neighbor Totoro, and we got a I was gonna say Yoshi, brain fart, Kirby, yes, thank you, Kirby. And I'm not a cat person, but just because my hubby is allergic to cats, so we just have dogs instead. So I don't have anything against cats, just, you know, we tend to do dogs. But they're both really cute, so, and of course this one has a little My Melody here. And they're both just super cute. I love them both equally, and I will probably do both at some point. I just wanted to give you a chance to vote on which one you would like to see. So all right, so let's go to our marker swatching. Like I said, I will play some music. I was going to play it now, but if I'm going to speed it up a little bit. Okay, so not only the markers, but I'm going to write in, give me just a second. Okay, so just so it shows up a little bit clearer, I have these Ohuhu fine line drawing pens. I've had these, again, for quite a long time. I'm just going to use one of these so the color will show up a little bit better. So, yeah, let me start getting these sorted and we'll start swatching. Like I said, I'll speed this up. And then, yeah, see what we think at the end of swatching them. I'll probably swatch them on this too, but like I said, this one's really glossy. And typically markers don't they don't stay very well on something glossy like this, and it's very easy to smudge. So I don't know, we'll try both, but we'll see. Okay, so now that we've swatched them all, let's take a look at a couple things. First of all, just so you know, there is going to be some bleed through. So this was a page that I had under this. So of course it does have a little bit of bleed through. And that's what it looks like on the underside. But alcohol ink markers are known for that. So like that's not anything new. And this one I didn't think about putting the sheet in until later, but you see not all colors are equally have bleed through. And of course that one's really bad because this one, which is this one right here, the ink is leaking on this one. And then number 8 was the opposite. It was totally dried out. I couldn't use it at all. Now sometimes you can fix it a little bit by adding some water, or because they're alcohol ink, I think you can add a little bit of rubbing alcohol to it, but again, do that as you will. So the other thing is this is supposed to be a 168 count, right? And mind you, that doesn't count the 0, which is always a colorless blender. And if you don't know what that's for, whenever you have a colorless blender for the alcohol ink markers, what happens is, you know, you go about and you're doing your coloring, and then you can take your blender marker and you take it and you can do some kind of shading. Most of the time you want to wait until it dries, so it's not going to do really well right here. But if we wait a minute, I'll show you what that does. But what it does is it takes a little bit of the coloring away. So that's pretty popular to use. Now, as far as the color range in these, I mean, we have really good colors. We got some nice browns in here. We have like our lighter pastel colors. We have the these are our fluorescent colors, you know, so those are really great. I love those. Some of these are like very, very similar in color, obviously. So, and if you look from like here to up here, like they're very, very close, right? Which is great because then we have seen some skin colors, and then of course we have more pastels in that. So it does have a very wide range of colors. I do question a little bit why there's so many grays. Don't get me wrong, love gray. Gray's awesome. But there's like a lot of gray colors in this. But do I think it's worth it for the price? Absolutely. Like this was 20 bucks. And even with one of them not working and the other one probably eventually won't work because even though I cleaned it up a little bit with a baby wipe, it is leaking some colors. So some of that ink that I had to clean up with the baby wipe is going to take away from the ink that's actually in there. Plus, it depends if it's going to keep leaking, of course. That's why I wanted to wipe it up. I don't see it continuing to leak, but we just don't know until we find out, right? So potentially 2 possibly drying. Now I have not contacted the company about it because I just now did this. So I will contact the company and see, you know, if they're willing to do anything about the one that was completely dried and the one that's leaking all over the place. The other thing I will tell you, see the little dots here? It does happen with a lot of markers, so it's not specific to the set. Just know that sometimes when you're opening these, what happens is, especially on ones where it's like leaking out the color, but even with all of them, and not just this brand, my Hoo-Hoos do this, which is very much more expensive markers. But sometimes these little bits of ink come out when you pop open, or if you're moving it around. It does seem like it's a little bit more with this one, but I mean, I don't think that's that big of a deal. But that's why there's spots even down here where I wasn't even coloring. But the other thing is, if you'll notice on here, so these are 11 wide for our swatches. So I don't know, like, I don't know if this happens all the time, if this is the set number of colors that come in here, but I actually got over 168. So I calculated. Okay, so I just did my math again, just to make sure. And because of the swatches, and I made sure there was no extra markers except for the colors one. So I only got 167. Don't know why that is. So apparently I'm also missing a color. I don't know what color it is because on their thing, it doesn't really tell what the colors are. Now I could look, hold on, let me try to find it real quick. Okay, so like I showed you before, this is the set I bought. And I don't know, if you zoom in on the colors, like it has a whole bunch labeled F. I don't have any labeled F and then a number. Like a whole bunch labeled F. So I couldn't even go off here to tell what colors I'm missing or anything because this picture doesn't exactly line up with what I got anyway. But I mean, it's 20 bucks. You get all these markers. Now, I don't know, we will be doing a coloring sheet with them. So we'll have to see. Some of them actually bled quite a bit. That one, obviously, because the ink was coming out. And then other ones weren't so bad. So yeah, we'll do a coloring page with them. I do think, you know, it's 20 bucks. Maybe if it's for a kid, maybe if it's for somebody, maybe you want to get into, you're an adult and you want to get into coloring and you're on a budget, or you just want to see if you even like it. This would probably be something really good to start with. I don't think they're bad. I'll have to see how good it does when we color a full page with it. But as far as doing the swatching, yes, some of it bleeds, but some of my Ohuhus also bleed. Like, alcohol ink markers are kind of finicky a little bit anyway, unless you're just really great at using them. I'm not, so sometimes you go out of the lines, even if you're trying not to. Sometimes it's really hard. So I think these are worth it. I will have the link down below. They're sold out right now, but yeah, I think this would be a great set to pick up. I don't make anything off of this. This isn't any kind of sponsorship. This is just a set of markers that I wanted to try because sometimes we need budget-friendly options. And if these compare to my Ohu's, which are quite a bit more, then why not, right? Let me know what you think. If you have any questions or anything, please let me know. And if you enjoyed the video, please like it. Thank you. I appreciate you. This did take me a little bit to get all this set up because I had to sort them and everything too. All right. Till next time, this is Susanna with the Enchanted Artistry Studio, and I'll see you next time.